Hello everybody, Relle here with another episode of Golf with Friends. I'm here with Golden Guild Gaming. I forget your actual user tag aside from Golden Guild Gaming.
Well, I am Ben, and as you said, I'm from Golden Guild Gaming. Actually, before we get into this level, I'm going to turn down the master audio for the game a little bit, because I didn't want it to be overwhelming your voice, but...
Yeah, hang on, I'm going to do the same, because the music is starting to get kind of loud. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah, this map was your choice. You chose it to be kind of the, like, polar opposite of that forest level that we were doing. But this is the Candyland, I guess. I feel like I got really lucky with that first stroke, and now I'm just waiting for you.
Alright, I'm going to start us off. And... go. Up. And... complete whiff. I'm going to have to hit a little harder.
Good luck. I'll just be waiting here. You know, in my throne.
Oh my god, my ball got like a little life preserver. That's awesome.
I'd like to get that quote framed and put on my wall. Oh god, my ball got a life preserver.
Oh, fucking hell, my other ball got a life preserver.
Well...
Alright, anyway. You asked me last episode, what is it like living in Japan?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll just go over that. No, god damn it, why?
I'm just getting entertained by this.
Oh, you already finished? Son of a bitch.
Yep.
So I went over to Japan to learn Japanese, and was pretty awesome. The thing that I remember most in terms of, you know, oh god, why? Like, this is what's missing from my life because I'm in Japan. Like, this is what's missing in terms of American opulence, is black olives.
Oh, really?
There are no black olives in Japan. It's actually really astounding. Oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Ice cream.
Yeah, that's interesting. And what is up with this map? How is this even possible? The ramp is set so that if you go too hard, then you'll just fly straight forward. And if you go too slow, then you won't get on it.
Yeah, I feel like we're both going to stroke out at this point.
Speak for yourself, I got this.
Oh, you got it?
I called it.
Oh, fuck me.
That very stroke. I made it past.
Right.
And
nope, still bad.
Right in. I'm good.
Fuck me.
But
well,
yeah,
anyway.
I would never have expected that black... Nice. But I would never have expected that black olives would be the thing that, you know, they wouldn't have in Japan. Like, do you know what the reason for that is, or are they just not growing in the area?
In the area, and also if you think about the type of foods that they eat, black olives are not really part of that. Like, you think about Greek olives, and like the Greeks live in a Mediterranean type of area, so do the Italians, and so Japan is more like Florida, let's say.
Yeah, true. And
oh god, now I know how to do this.
Just you absolutely blowing me out of the water. Oh, I completely blanked on the fact that we were at a new hole. But you just completely blowing me out of the water here, knowledge-wise, reminded me, you're a teacher, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I picked that up from being at a few of your streams. Speaking of which, I don't know if you mentioned this, but Relle does stream on Twitch. You can find the link over at his YouTube channel. He is very entertaining, and right now he's doing Chrono Trigger. So
yeah, Chrono Trigger and probably some... Oh, nice, a birdie.
Double bogey.
Probably some Dead Cells as well. I believe they came out with an update recently that added a whole bunch of new items and such. Well, so I kind of want to get back into that, but I'm doing Chrono Trigger in part because... Oh, whoa, where am I going?
Well, I'm not sure if I...
Hole in one!
I'm not sure if I should be talking about another game while we're playing this one, but how is Dead Cells? I've seen a little bit on it, but not too much. Is it like a roguelike RNG type game?
Have you played Rogue Legacy?
No, I haven't, but I've heard only good things about it.
These are appropriate because Rogue Legacy is pretty awesome. Where the fuck am I? Oh, there we go. So
too hard to actually get, or too hard to actually land on that platform over there, but too soft to make it all the way. Sorry, I was just
Oh,
commenting on how crappy my shots are.
kind of lining up as well.
Ooh, got it.
This. Got it. Go, 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 go. Yes. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So, Rogue Legacy takes the rogue-like genre and makes it. No, wait. It was the rogue-lite. No, wait. Oh God, what's the terminology? So there's two terms for rogue games, and a rogue game is basically one that uses RNG and permadeath. I just got beginner putter. I'm guessing that means I got 100 putts.
I have no idea.
So those are the two main components of a rogue game. A rogue light, I think, or no, a rogue like is a game that is like the original Rogue, which again had permadeath and a lot of RNG. XCOM with Iron Man could be sort of considered that.
Well, I'm not very familiar
not
with the XCOM
exactly.
games.
That I did. XCOM is pretty fucking awesome. That was the whole reason why I played it. But Rogue Legacy, I believe the terminology is a rogue like? No, rogue light. Yeah, rogue light, because even though it has permadeath, the idea is that you make progressive gains on your character. So, like, the basic gameplay loop is that you go through a castle, you get a lot of gold, or as much gold as you can. You eventually die because you get hit too many times. And then your descendant and then funnels it into upgrades or permanent stat upgrades that you can then use later on. And so you can progressively get stronger and stronger and beat the game.
Oh, I should actually probably get to work on this next hole. I keep zoning out listening to you talk after I finish a hole.
Well, this is why I have so many subscribers. People zone out when they're listening to me, and then when I go in the end and say, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, they just click it like zombies.
Well, I guess
Really
that's what you're looking for in a Let's Player, just someone you can kind of zone out to or put on in the background a lot of the time.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Too hard and nearly hit the hole, but oh.
But yeah, before now, I had never heard the term roguelite.
Yes.
I'd only heard of a rogue game and a roguelike game.
Well, yeah. But in any case, getting back to Dead Cells. Dead Cells is basically Rogue Legacy.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was just sighing at my failed putt.
Where's the hole, anyway?
It's like across this second gap, which is weird.
And likewise, how do you... Wait a minute. Controls. Oh, there we go. Free cam. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh,
Okay.
I think I just figured out a trick to it. Let's see.
So, let's do
Maybe not.
this.
Not sure.
Oh, birdie. Nice.
I'm not going to get a
but yeah.
birdie. Not even a
I'm
bit.
going to tell you all about Dead Cells. Dead Cells, as the name may suggest, it does take from Dark Souls in that you don't do a whole lot of damage to enemies. You have a dodge roll. You have to take advantage of positioning. But it's all on a 2D plane. And it's all randomly generated. And so you end up with... Oh, man, that one sucked. You end up with...
I'm not good.
levels that can have some of the worst enemies you've ever seen, or you can end up with some really good items that can take them out really well, or you end up with a really shitty draw, and the items you get do not help you. Close range weapons, because later in the game you need to have like more range stuff.
And I'm out of strokes. But that does sound interesting. I myself have always been a fan of... Whoa, what is going on with my ball? It's like flashing.
It's because I'm in the same place. Mine's red, yours is yellow, so it's flashing like that.
That would make sense.
Okay, now I gotta see where these places end up.
But I was just gonna say, I myself have always been a fan of action RPG type games like Dark Souls and apparently Dead Cells, where like you need to actively be like dodging attacks in real time and attacking in real time. Like for me, games that have sort of automated combat are a lot less attractive than a game like Dark Souls or Dead Cells. So that might be something that I'm interested in picking up to look at.
So you're more of the active time, like real-time combat type of player rather than turn-based.
Well, when I was saying that I prefer real-time type stuff over automated stuff, I was more talking. Have you ever? Oh, you have. I think I mentioned it in one of your streams. Have you ever played Xenoblade Chronicles X and maybe Xenoblade
Yes.
Chronicles 2? Well, that
Yes.
has a bit more of an automated battle system from what I was seeing. Like, as far as dodging and attacking goes, for the most part, it didn't seem like there was a lot of real-time dodging that went into that. I could be wrong. I didn't get very far into it, but
You're not wrong when it comes to real-time dodging. Yeah, there's not much in that game that's like Dark Souls where you can dodge attacks. But, well, let me put it this way. If you've ever played World of Warcraft, it's basically that combat system. Yeah, it's basically that combat system. I was going to say that combat system, but with auto attacks, but in World of Warcraft, you do auto attacks, so it's that combat system.
well, I really feel like I didn't give that game enough of a chance. I only put a couple hours into it when I first got it.
Yeah, I would say you didn't. I mean, well, let me put it this way. While I wouldn't say it's my favorite RPG of all time because there are some flaws to it, God, there's just so much that was going for it. It hit all right notes. At least for me, it hit all the right notes. Like, there were mechs. There was a combat system that had strategy to it.
Yeah, maybe I should have at least.
story.
I was just gonna say maybe I should have at least played until I had gotten far enough in to get, what were they called, Skells?
Yeah, skills.
Because that seemed like it would make transportation and stuff a lot easier.
Well, at one point in the game, you do get bikes.
Oh,
Shit.
I'd
And so
never
that
heard
makes-
about that.
Yeah, it makes transportation a little bit easier, and then you get the regular skills, which then turn into turn into bikes. You know, for faster transport, but they do allow you to jump and whatnot.
Ah,
God damn it!
well, yeah. I don't know
This
if I'm gonna do it on Golden Guild Gaming or
Oh.
in my own free time, but I feel like I should definitely give that game another look.
Well,
'Cause-
both Chronicles and the original are two games that are long enough that they don't really lend themselves well to a Let's Play because there's something like 100 plus hours. Like, I put 120 into the original Xenoblade, and then, oh, how much? I think it was 140 in Xenoblade X. Oh, don't fall off. Yes. Oh, thank God.
Well, if we're talking about games with a lot of playtime in them that don't lend themselves well to Let's Plays, right now Chris and I are doing Breath of the Wild, so I'm not sure if that would be too much of an obstacle for us.
Well, Breath of the Wild is kind of different because I feel like you can make that like an adventure of your own, whereas Xenoblade, both regular and X, have a story that you kind of have to follow. Oh no! And so, and there's in addition a lot of grinding that's involved. Oop.
Yeah, I have no chance of catching up to you at this point.
No.
I'm just done. I'm out of the game. How many holes do we have left? This is the last hole. I think, at
This is
least.
hole 15.
Oh,
Or 14.
I was mistaken. So I still have some time to
Ah, there we
possibly
go.
catch up.
Yeah, you are only 4 strokes back, and in this game, that's nothing.
I feel like last time I played
14.
any sort of golf game, it was probably when I gave... Have you ever heard of Kirby's Dream Course?
Yes, I have. I didn't play it when I was a kid, but
I had never played it as a kid either, and I had never even really heard of it until... You're probably, even if you don't watch them, you're probably at least relatively familiar with the Game Grumps.
oh yeah.
Chris and I are both huge fans of theirs, and we saw that series. We haven't done anything with Kirby's Dream Course yet on this channel, but it's actually a really interesting little, 8-bit arcade-type mini-golf game is not... Well, I feel like a lot of mini-golf games probably will have similar mechanics just because they're all mini-golf, but it is pretty similar to this, except, 16-bit, closer to 2.5D, that type thing.
Huh. I thought Kirby's Dream Course was on the Super Nintendo.
It might have been. Why do you mention that? Did I say something about it being on a different console? I might have. often goof up when I'm talking.
No, you just said that it was an 8-bit type game, but if it's on the Super Nintendo,
Well,
then it is
16-bit then.
16-bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not...
Sorry, I'm technically minded.
Well, I'm not super familiar with a lot of those different classifications, so yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah, I was a console kid from way back.
I myself was actually completely a console gamer until probably when I first got a laptop, like 6th grade or something, and that was pretty crap technologically and like processor-wise and everything, so it couldn't really run much even at that point. So I remained kind of steadfast with PS4, PS2, GameCube, until probably I got this PC that I'm recording on.
Did you see that shot?
I was a bit distracted, but it seemed pretty ridiculous.
I totally missed the hole that I was shooting at and ended up in the actual hole. Like, I missed the little transport hole and I...
Oh, it says left click while in water, you can bounce. Oh.
What?
That's interesting.
What?
Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on here. Should probably just let myself get sent back. Oh my goodness, I made it. What the heck?
Oh, no.
This just got quite a bit more ridiculous.
Bounce.
Where's the hole, though?
Oh.
I have no idea where the hole is. Is it up here?
Oh.
No, it is not.
Oh. Can I steer this thing?
I don't actually think so. I think you're just kind of going with your momentum and the current.
Yeah, it looks like we have to go onto a particular dock.
Oh. Or at least onto any of them, and maybe one of them is more beneficial.
Go back.
Ooh, this is not going to be easy.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one where I'm just going to pull out.
Ah. I feel like it might be...
No.
Might be easier to just run out of holes, you know, so that I can catch up to you. You could always just do that.
Or I can be awesome.
Because I just made it. So...
Oh, son of a bitch.
Not only did I make it onto the dock, I just made it in the hole. So...
Okay. Goddamn dock.
It looks like I'm behind by 15 strokes, though. Oh, 9 strokes. So yeah, I don't really have a chance here. We have 2 holes left.
Hey, you never know. You could get a hole in one, and I could just completely fuck this up.
Yeah, unless you pull a me last game, then I don't think I really have a chance.
Let's see.
Or maybe I was just going easy on you last game. You know, you gotta give the guest their special treatment.
Does that include nipple clamps?
I don't think it does, just because that would probably get us off of YouTube.
Only if we show it on camera.
You're not wrong. Maybe next time.
Alright. But anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about. It's like Japan, Xenoblade, whatever.
I don't even know. I think you had just been saying that you had a really good time with Xenoblade Chronicles X, and you explained the scales and everything, and that was just kind of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it hit all the right buttons. The only quality of life issues, like the fact that you could not change party members wherever you wanted. Like, even in Chrono Trigger way back in the day, you could change party members just on the world map or even in the dungeon. But in this game, you had to like go off and find the characters in the world. Like, that was more realistic, let's say, but it was way more of a pain in the ass if you wanted a particular character.
Yeah, I feel like games in this age are having to kind of find a balance between realism and practicality, or like maybe challenge and practicality.
Yeah, and I don't think they're hitting that balance yet. I mean, I think back to the original Halo, well, actually the Halo series in general, when
I'm not good.
You wanted... Whoa. Damn it. Well, basically, you could only hold 2 weapons, and they said that, oh, it's more realistic that way, so you're not carrying an arsenal. Well, it's not really realistic, because I could carry a whole bunch of pistols on my body just by strapping them in. And even though it's realistic, it's not as fun.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if at some point they will come up with, like, ways to measure the amount of space on your person each weapon would take and, like, judge how much you can carry by that, and then they would also, like, depending on how much you're carrying, they would judge how much sound you make as you're moving and stuff like that, because I feel like we're not far from that.
Well, they already did that, though.
Oh,
back
and what?
in 2000 with Deus Ex.
With what?
Deus Ex.
Oh,
The
I've never
original
played
Deus
any
Ex.
of those games.
Okay, just... Oh my god. I will play them on stream if I have to. Oh, nice. Thank you, one of those bigger balls, for hitting my ball into the hole. Deus Ex, I mean, it's kind of similar to the computer RPGs in the Baldur's Gate series, where you have a... it's available to you, and each item takes up a certain number of little squares, and you only have a limited amount of inventory space.
So it's kind of like what they did with the Resident Evil games, I think would be a good comparison.
Yes. Especially if you played Resident Evil 4 with the briefcase, that was pretty much it.
I've never played it, but I've seen a lot on it. But anyway, we are finished with that course. Would you like to end the episode there?
Little outro. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Leave a comment if you have a particular idea for a future collab. It kind of depends on what games we have, but if it's awesome, then I will play it.
Yeah, same here. And on our end, we will see you next time on Golden Guild Gaming. Hopefully next time we'll be with Chris, but who knows?
Alright, see you then.
See ya.